What's up, everyone? Hi, how are you guys doing today? I just did a video where I just watched the final opening to Stone Ocean, the first version and the final version, which I almost cried to. And now I'm going to be watching the endings. So let me check out the episode 25 and see what the ending is. So let me see if it's any different. Oh, it's still Distant Dreamer. So it might just be literally the same thing. Was this in the previous version of Distant Dreamer? I don't think it was. I think this is new. Seeing some dolphins and stuff. So Distant Dreamer did change a little bit. It's still Distant Dreamer, but it now it had like a part in it where it was underwater. I like that. So now I'm gonna do the same thing what I did with the opening, which is jump to episode 38. It's a Wonderful World. I hate just jumping to the final episode, but I know what happens, so I'm not watching the animation. I'm just gonna watch it later today. This is the final shot of part 6. I'm seeing it. Whoa! I hit play for a second and I heard the ending. Let me go back a couple seconds. They are doing it. They're doing the only thing they could have done. The best thing they could have done. I'll be the roundabout. That's such a story mansion. Just Jonathan and Danny. And it's a star that's slowly going through the sky. Sun and interrupt the ballet. The Joseph and Caesar. And Lisa in the gondola. Music, dance and sing. Give me the children really spend the day. That's the Stardust Crusaders. That's all of them. There's my boy Kakyoin. Spolner, there's Iggy, there's Abdul. Oh, Morio. This is right after the meeting when Shigechi died, and Kira's right fucking there. There's the Osun. There's Koichi, there's Shikaku. Oh, fuck. I wanna fucking die. This is the part in part 5 when they all split, where Fuga sits behind. I'll give you the best part in part 5. And this is them at like a gas station right after the ending. And Porter going to them. That's it. That's the end of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure Stone Ocean. And in some ways, just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I have a lot of feelings about this, dude. I have a lot of emotions. I fucking love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I've been here for like almost a decade. I've said it before. I rewatched the show so many fucking times. I read the manga so many times. I spend so much time of my life just thinking about JoJo shit. This is what gets me, right? Like seeing that final in some ways, I wish I hadn't recorded this video, but in other ways, I'm glad that I did because people can see now this genuine reaction. But at the same time, I'm like, when I hit play, when I thought the animation was coming up, and I just heard roundabout already like 10 seconds in, I had a shock. I was like, whoa, no. They are not doing this, and they did. But it makes sense because it's the only thing they could have done. It literally is the only way this could have ended. Fuck Duffy. I'm sorry, Duffy. I love Distant Dreamer. It's a great song. It's on my playlist. It's very good, and I do like the Stone Ocean ED. But this is the final episode, and we need to once again bring it all back together. And I want to cry. It's so good. I don't know how I'm gonna upload this video without it just being copyright blocked by Yes, but I'm gonna try my best. It's just very good. It's just very good. I love being a JoJo fan. I mean, sometimes I hate it because people don't like you as much, but JoJo is such a great piece of work, piece of media, piece of art. It's something I love, and I'll continue to love. And this feels like an end of an entire saga, because it is. And it's like a saga that I've been a part of since like literally 9 years. It's since like 2013. Because my history with JoJo is that people recommended to me the manga specifically. And I was like, okay, sure, I'll get around reading it at some point. And then I eventually read it in 2013. And I took a little bit, but I finished part 1 and 2. And then I was like, there's an anime for this, right? So I went back and I watched the anime for parts 1 and 2, and I really liked it. And I felt lazy to go back to the manga, so I just started watching the part 3 anime, which started coming out in 2014. And like I watched like a couple of episodes, which were the only ones that were out at that point. And then I reverted back to the manga. So like I've been here since 2013, man. And seeing all of this come back in is incredible. So I'm just sitting here thinking, there's so much else I can do. Like, and if I feel emotion, but it's not something I can really show very much. It's just all happening inside. I love the callbacks in the part in the opening. I love the callbacks in the ending. I love that they chose the best parts to show right there in the ending for parts 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. I mean, part 1, they showed Jonathan and Danny running, and it's like, I love that they didn't show Dio at all in any of them, because that's Hirohiko Araki. I'm pretty sure I heard this like very recently too, so I'm pretty sure he did say this. Is that he says that JoJo's Bizarre Adventure at its broader like general theme is like a celebration of humanity. That's what he called it as a whole piece of work. That's what it is. And you know, it could just be some bullshit that he just said, but this feels like it, because when we see those final shots of this ending, it does not feel like, oh, we're watching the cool Jotaro and Dio fight. It feels like we're watching the thing that really mattered, which is we watch Jonathan and Danny just running around being happy for the little happiness they did have. We see Joseph and Caesar hanging out and talking to Lisa as the gondolier right before they go training. We see the Stardust Crusaders, all of them, including Iggy, Kakyoin, Avdol, Polnareff, Joseph, and Jotaro. They were all just walking together in Egypt, because in reality they only had like a little bit together, because Kakyoin left the moment Iggy came in, and then we were already at Dio's mansion next time. So it's fitting that it's in the desert dunes, because it's like literally the only time they all had to be together during the Undul fight. And then for part 4, we see all of the Morio residents walking, splitting after they determined themselves to try and find Kira after he kills Shigechi. I remember that part. It's in episode, it would be 22. Yes. It would be in episode 22 when Shigechi dies and they all meet together and they tell Raimi, do you see this kid? And she was like, yes, he's been killed. And then like Tonio and Aya and everyone is just like, oh my god, there's some terrible things happening. I'm going to keep an eye out for this guy. And then they all walk to separate ways. And then they all walk right past Kira. And then in part 5, we see them when they are all together and they have to make the decision whether or not they're going to go and fight the boss and probably literally die, or they're going to stay safe, which is what Fugo did. And I love Fugo as a character too, because he's logical and he made the logical decision. He didn't want to go and die, and so he didn't. But the thing about part 5 is how much it is about you're fighting against fate, and you can't beat fate, but you can but in your fight, you can accomplish something that wouldn't have happened if you didn't, right? Because even if you will die, there's other things that will change as a result of your existence, as a result of something you did. And that's the thing about part 5, is that right there at the end with Sleeping Slave, it's the thing about fate and how, like, it's something like they were fated to die, and they could have just died without pain. But it's better that they didn't, because all of the events of part 5 is what matters, right? It's about what happens. It's about the journey, and it's also about what they accomplish at the end. It's not so much about, well, I can make it painless right now, which is something I love about part 5. And then in part 6, we see them all together in the new world. And Emperor's running at them. They're just feeling like a gas station. And it's... Man, I'm going to go now. I'm going to go and watch the episodes now. Oh my god. I fucking love JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. I really, really do. Okay, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you didn't watch my opening video, then go watch that, my opening reaction video, because that final opening is really good. Thank you so much, you guys, for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Bye.